Hi, my first topic that I want to cover today is the teaching of religion in schools. Now, before I get started, I want to make it very clear that this is in no way an anti-religious video. There will be no slander against any form of religion here. This video, I personally have many friends and family who are deeply religious, and I mean in no way to offend them. I repeat, this is in no way a video to offend. Right, now, despite being founded as a secular nation, state-funded religious education is still extremely commonplace around New Zealand, with most primary schools running programs. This is due to the Nelson Clause, which was first lobbied for in 1912, but did not come to be until 1964. A coalition of religious groups continually harassed the government for 52 years to overturn a clause in New Zealand's original Education Act of 1877 that stated that New Zealand schooling, in line with its government stance, must remain secular. This clause never actually got revoked, but what happened instead was the government approved for schools to shut for 1 hour of every week so they could teach religious class, supposedly without violating the initial Education Act of 1877. Think about that for a moment. Does that seem a little bit of a harebrained response to you? That's because it is. It is absolute crap. Nothing more than a deft sidestep from the politicians of the time to appease the churches. Was any attention paid towards the secularist ideals that New Zealand was founded on? No. Not one single iota. Instead of heading towards an increasingly tolerant multicultural society, this act set down the anchor on the advancement of this country. And whilst I have no problem at all with religious education, if it truly taught religion as generally as what the title suggested, the sad truth is that religious education is really just a moniker for the brainwashing of children into a monotheistic religion, usually but not always Catholicism. The problem here arises when the children is not a follower of this religion, be they atheists, Hindus, Muslims, Buddhists, pagans, or any other of the multitudes of religious beliefs the world contains. Suddenly, the child has gone from being a freely accepted member of the class to the one who has to sit there excluded over in the naughty corner, whilst the others continue with their activities. Some schools and teachers may even take this further by assigning the child to rubbish duty in the class time, further pushing on the hurt and humiliation. I know this personally because this is what happened to me. Any impressionable young child will do anything to be with their friends and not be the odd one out in the class, including starting to believe something that other than what they feel deep down is right. What makes it worse in many cases is that the parents have absolutely no idea that this is going on. They are oblivious to the fact that some unregulated and unregistered volunteer is coming into their child's classroom and preaching their views, often from a fundamentalist viewpoint. A society where this is the case is not a tolerant secular society. It could even be said it is not hugely far from the theocratic societies that are the bane of this world. How are we any better if we ourselves do not promote free thinking on religions? In short, this is a blatant deviation from the ideals New Zealand was founded on, and it has to be addressed sooner rather than later if we want to retain our position as one of the world's freest countries. Now, how would we address these issues? This is something that the experts need to be discussing and lobbying the government with. Possibilities could include increasing regulation on the content and presentation of class material, standardized training, content and registration of religious teachers, provision of other educational activities such as science, maths, music, art, history, anything else you can think of for those who do not wish to participate. You can help this change come by being active. Sign petitions, create petitions, lobby your local councillors and MPs, make your voice heard. Let the people of New Zealand know that we will not stand for this desecration of what we made this country on. Thank you for listening. Comments on this would be much appreciated. Keep the debate civilised, and remember to like, favourite and subscribe. Really helps a brother out. Cheers.